Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn subject English, standard 8, lesson number 2.4, Three Visions for India. The topic's name is Three Visions for India. Now, in this lesson, we are going to learn about the person of India who made India developed, who made India self-dependent, who gave so many things to India, and he was the person who was having the ability to uh, change the things, to change the hold. He was having a power of this that autonomy to change the world. Means his speech is only make people to change their life. Okay, now the person is, yes, of course, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Yes, the greatest person of the India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. We can say he was a gift for he was a gift person for us to who made our life so easy, we can say. So as we all know about something, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So this is the chapter related on Dr. Abdul Kalam. Now, three visions for India. There are the visions. Visions means something, to do. Something means something. Aim, we can say. The power, we think what we think, and we have to do. We can do. That is aim. Okay. So there are three visions for India who created by the Abdul Kalam. Okay. So the three visions which can change the situation, which is developed by Dr. Abdul Kalam. Now here we are going to read about Dr. Abdul Kalam. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the father of India's integrated guided missile program. Okay, as we all know that the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, he was a integrated guided, means he was the guide of the launching missile program of India. He was the first person who introduced to the India about this all thing. He was the first person to introduce all this, because other country were already doing this. He was knowing that, but why India left behind. So he introduced this all things to the India, and India's company like NASA and all. Okay, so he introduced these all things to the India. State three visions for India based on the achievements. Means he wants to be India to be a great city, means a developed city in all in all world. Means he wants to be India to be a great India. He wants to India to come ahead and never left behind. Okay, so he set a three visions for all of us, for all of the people of India, we can say. He set a three achievements program, means three goals he set for the India. Now what are the goals? We can see that for India, based on the achievements and progress that he witnessed in the history of nation and during his own career. Means that type of the uh, goals he set for India, that is today also, in nowadays also we can achieve, we can learn so many things from those goals which Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam has set for us. Okay, and we never forget those goals, and he also never forgetted this all goals in whole. career, means he did a best job in his career to setting this goal for India as a missile scientist. So see, Dr. Abdul Kalam was an missile scientist. Okay, Dr. Kalam's three visions for India are freedom, development, and standing up. Okay, now what are the three visions for India? That is freedom, development, and standing up. Okay, now the focus of the presentation is on developing India to its fullest potential while standing up to the rest of the world with fully self-respect for the achievements that have been obedient in the modern times. Now, we can say the rest of the world fully validated self-respect for the achievements that have been obedient in the modern times. Okay, so in the modern times also we can use, as I said, we can nowadays also we can use those we can use those aims which is set by Dr. Abdul Kalam. In nowadays also we can go through it, we can learn something from it. Okay, in modern times also they have those goals are having importance, means those goals are really important for in modern time also. So he said one good thing for us: if we are not free, no one will respect us. If we are not free, no one is going to be respect us. I have three visions for India in 3000 years for our history. So as I said before, he only the person who bring missile launched program in India. He was the first person who decided to launch a missile from India. So nobody has done it before. So here it says in 3000 years of in history, nobody has done this. People from all over the world have come and invited us as capture and land and our minds, and from Alexander onwards, the Greeks, the Portuguese, the British, the French, the Dutch, all of them and come and looted as took over all were what ours, means before before freedom, means we got freedom in 1947. So before that only we are having, means so many people has come to the India, like from Alexander we can start. Greeks came, then Portuguese people came, British people came, French, Dutch, all these kind of people have come from different country to in India and took all over what was ours. Means they took money from India, they took jewelries, they took everything, means they took what India was having the best in India. The whole those people who have come, and they purposely they have did this, and they took all these materials to their country. Okay, now yet we have not done this to the any other nation. See, we people of India, we have not done this to any country. Other countries are doing this to the other countries, but we, the people of India, we are not doing this to this any. See, nowadays also we are not harming any person purposely. Why? Because we have, our Sanskriti is not saying that we have to harm somebody, we have to hit somebody, we have to take somebody's thing. So this is not our Sanskriti is teaching us, this is not our environment teaches us. Okay, so here is saying, because we have not done this to the other nation, we have not grabbed their land, because we have not grabbed anybody's land. See, nowadays we can give an example like China people. Now war is going on for India and China, so the Chinese people have grabbed India's land. Because of that the fighting is going on. Okay, so from this only, before before freedom, before we got freedom, this is before only it is started. So as we can see, example of China and India's war. So here we have their culture and their history. We have not grabbed any land, we have not grabbed anybody's culture, because we are using our culture only. Because we using British culture, are we using China's culture? No, we are using our own culture, our own Sanskriti. History not try to force our way of life on them. Why? So we are not forced to the we are not forcing for any country's people to on their life, okay, because of we respect freedom of others. As we are before we got freedom, we were fighting for freedom. So we know the value of freedom, what is the value. So we are respecting freedom, so we are not doing this to anyone like other countries are doing to each other. That is why my first vision for India is freedom. I believe that India had a first vision of freedom in 1957. See, from 1957 we are fighting. The freedom fighters have started their fight to got a freedom. When we started a war of independence, okay, from 1957, the first is from 1857. We started the war from independence. 1857, the first war, the we can remember the latest 1857 war was the Plassey's War. Okay, it was the first war, we can say, which is started for independence. It was this freedom that we must protect and nurture and build on. Okay, nurture means, here the meaning is given, nurture means developed. Okay, if we are not free, nobody will respect us. My second vision for India is development. So Dr. Abdul Kalam's second vision is for India is development. As we all know, development is important in every area, which is in the, we can see from small level to the high level, development is an important part. Okay, for 50 years we have been developing nation. From last 15 years, India is a developing nation. It is not developed nation like America, Australia, America, Australia, USA. It is not developed. They are already developed countries, but India is still developing. Okay, India is still developing. They are not developed countries, cities, we can say. We are time to see ourselves as developed nation. Okay, so here Abdul Kalam is saying it's time to see ourselves to a developed nation. Means like I said already, like America, like USA, like Australia, other foreign countries who are already developed. Now it's time to see ourselves to be a developed countries. Okay, so our nation have to be a developed nation. We are among the top 5 nations of our world in terms of gross domestic product. Now what is gross domestic product? We can say GDP. We have 10% growth in rate of most area. Means we have in our economy 10% of growth rate in the most areas. Means we have those areas in which we are getting more percentage. Means we are getting more economical thing from those areas, but we are not paying attention on those areas, because that is why we are left behind for from other countries. Our poverty levels are falling, and our achievements are being globally recognized today. Yet we lack the self confidence to see ourselves as a developed nation. Okay, when when we will put self confidence to in ourselves to see, to be a developed nation of India. So it can be possible to make India a developed nation. Developed nation, self-reliant and self-assured, isn't it right? So if we create a self confidence in ourselves, so it nobody will can stop us to be a self-reliant, self-assured and self-dependent. Okay, India must stand up for the world. Okay, here the Abdul Kalam's third vision, we can say. The first vision was freedom, second vision was development, and third vision is stand up. So, what is his aim? India must stand up for the world. Okay, why we India being left behind? But we are not getting opportunity, we are not standing up for ourselves. Okay, so we have to stand up for ourselves. We have to achieve those we have to achieve those empowerments, and we have to achieve those things which other countries having. Okay, so we should stand up for ourselves, and we have to stand up for the world. I have third vision that India must stand up to the world or no one will respect us. So here he is saying, if we are not standing up for ourselves, nobody is going to respect us. If one see in ourselves only, we can see in our society, if we are not talking, we are not involving, we are not getting involved in things, so other people think means other people think this man is not doing anything, and they are not going to respect us also. They will not talk with us, they will not respect us. Okay, in society these kind of things are happening. So if we will not standing up for our country also, then other country will respect us? No. So that is why the Abdul Kalam is saying, okay, we have to stand up for our country. Only strength respects strength. We must be strong not only as a military power but also an economic power. Both must go hand in hand. It means uh, we have to strong in every area of the uh, this thing. Means we have to be strong in a military, we have to strong in a economical power, we have to strong in a companies, we have to strong in a poverty. We uh, we uh, we have to develop employments, we have to develop studies, we have to develop the hospitalization, everything. Okay, we have to develop each and every area which is important for developing. Okay, development. So here Abdul Kalam is saying not only military power uh, is important to be strong, but each and every area should be strong. Why are we in India embarrassed to recognize our growth stand, our achievements? Okay, so we are such a great nation. So as we all know that India is a great nation, but we are not making it as we can say in simple words, we are not taking it seriously. Okay, we have so many amazing success stories, but we refuse to acknowledge them. Why? Okay, we have so many successful stories in India, but we are acknowledging them. Okay, so we are the second largest producer of wheat in the world. So imagine, we are the second largest producer of wheat in the world, and first in a and second largest producer of rice. Means we have that many um, this grains, means we have that many power and everything. So why people are suffering? Then why people are not getting good food? Huh? What happening behind it? So now we can see in few cities people are facing this kind of problems. They are not getting enough food to eat. They are not getting this kind of governments and this all opportunities what government is providing. So why the wheat and flour and rice is having a high prices? Okay, because we are growing that much, then why the prices are too high? Okay, we have to think about it. We have to do that. we are uh, we are the first in milk production. Okay, see, now here also give an example. We are a first rank in the world to have milk production. Then also milk prices are so high. We are number one in remote sensing satellite. To look at this Dr. Sudarshan, he has transferred the tribal village into a self-sustaining, self-driving unit. Now, self-driving means controlling oneself. Okay, self-sustaining means providing for one's need. Okay, means Dr. Sudarshan has uh, transferred the tribal village. Those village means Adivasi people, we can say. So though for those he controlling means he did that things means provide, he provided such things those people for their everyday need. There are millions of such achievements, but our media is obsessed only with bad news and failures and disaster. Okay, so here we have we can say in the news, TV, we can take TV as example. In the TV, we if we put news channel, so what we see, every time they are giving corona's news, every time they are giving bad news, they are giving such a war news and something accident incident that only they are showing. But the media people, they are not showing anything good which is happening also in India. Okay, every time they are showing just such a failures and such a disasters only. But something good, something better is also happening, but the media people, they are not showing anything, because that is why we are not aware of the good things which is happening. We are not aware about it. Okay, do do we are not realize that self respect comes with self reliance? Here a good thought given by Dr. Abdul Kalam, that do we not realize that self respect comes with self reliance? I was here, Abdul Kalam is saying, I was in Tel Aviv once I was reading the Israeli newspaper. It was the day after a lot of attacks and bombardments. Now the death has taken place. The humans had stuck, but the front page of the newspaper had a picture of the Jewish gentleman. Okay, the who in 5 years had transformed the in desert land into the orchid from granary. It was an inspiring picture that everyone woke up to a gory details. Now, what is gory details means involving bloodshed in the violence. Isn't it possible in our country? Means there was once Abdul Kalam, he is saying, once Abdul Kalam was sitting and reading a Israel newspaper. In that on the front pages it's all about given about the uh, deaths and everything. And then he turned the pages and there was a news, a picture was a Jewish gentleman. In the 5 years he transformed a desert means a registan, we can say. He convert the registan into the this kind of orchid land from the granary. Okay, So that in the 5 years he did such a good thing for country, we can say, for himself also, we can say. It was the inspiring picture, means that picture was inspired Dr. Abdul Kalam. Okay, one other news, it is it possible to our country also, means he thought ki, isn't it important for it is possible for our country also, we can also do this kind of things. I want to live in developed India. Okay, now here one more thing, one more story kind of thing, one part, one type of part Dr. Abdul Kalam has explained over here. So here one more part, one kind of story, we can say, he explained over here. I want to live in a developed India. So another question, why are we as a nation so we obsessed with foreign things? Okay, so as we can say, the here Dr. Abdul Kalam says that why are we as a nation so obsessed with foreign thing, means why we are using foreign countries items like China Kamal, this thing is from USA, this is from Japan, this is from Australia. Why we are giving such an importance to those things? Isn't it it is not be made in India also? Okay, we want foreign TVs, we want foreign shirts, we want foreign technology. Why this obsession with everything imported? Means here Dr. Abdul Kalam is saying ki why we need everything from foreign country, why we are not using our country's thing only. Okay, in India nowadays, India is also making such a good thing, but that also we can want, no, we are not giving such an important to that thing which is made in India. We only want those things which is made in foreign. Why it is important? That is why India is not getting uh, more developed, they are not getting more development in the economic. Why? Because we people like us, we are not using those things which is made in India. So we have to do this, we have to think about it. Do we not realize that self respects from self reliance? I was in Hyderabad giving this lecture. Okay, so the Dr. Abdul Kalam was in Hyderabad and he was giving lecture on self respect comes from self reliance. So when 14-year-old girl asked me for my autograph, I asked her what her goal in life is. She replied, I want to live in a developed India. So very good thing. Her means a girl, a 14-year-old girl, when the Dr. Abdul Kalam asked her about her dream, what are your dreams, the 14-year-old girl has replied Dr. Abdul Kalam that she wants to live in a developed India. A very nice and such a sweet answer she has given. A 14-year child can understand, then why people like uh, our society, people like our country, people of our nation, people of our home, why they are not understanding this thing? Okay, so for her, so here Dr. Abdul Kalam is saying at last, for her, you and I will have a built this develop India from you must program. Now you have to declare confidently to all, means here Dr. Abdul Kalam is taking a oath that is we have to make our India to be a developed country. Okay, so here emerging a power. Dr. Abdul Kalam is emerging a power in us to be a wake up from our place and do something for India. Okay, so here the chapter is end. Okay, so now here we are going to do first in the chapter we are starting from warming up. So here the warming up is given. So read the preamble of the Constitution for India in your textbook. Pick out words which refer to the following. Now we have to read the preamble over here. So we have to open the books and we have to read preamble. The preamble says, "We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political liberty of thoughts, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among themselves fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, to hereby adopt, enact, and to give ourselves this Constitution. This Constitution of India preamble is written by Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar. Okay, so we have to read this as we have already read. So here the words are given and the words the words are related, which is from here. The first word is brotherhood. The brotherhood means fraternity. Freedom means liberty. Honestly means and seriously means solemnly resolved. Fair and impartial treatment means justice. Having supreme authority sovereign. Utility and oneness is equality. A promise made of oneself, adopt and give to ourselves. Here the warming up is done. Now the workshop has started. Complete Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's profile information picked up from lesson. Title: Doctor, Father of India Integrated Missile Program. Profession: Prominent India scientist. Branch of science: Aeronautical engineering. Important position in government health: President of India. His three visions for India is freedom, development, and standing up. Here question number 2 is given. You can write and note it for yourself. Using a dictionary, internet, note down main differences between a developing nation and development nation. Self-reliant and self-assured. Here the difference are given. Our strengths and our achievements. Firm and granary. The answers are already given. A remote sensing satellite is a natural satellite. We have to write the difference. Okay. Find evidence from the lesson and write in own words. India's respect the freedom for others. So here I have explained. So you can write in your own words also. It is time to see ourselves as a developed nation. We Indians are obsessed with foreign things. In Israel, the media have a positive outlook of self-respect. So here and in the lesson it is explained by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. When he was in Hyderabad, he was reading Israel newspaper, and that time a picture inspired Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So here you can write and note it down. India has many amazing success stories. Dr. Sudarshan has transferred the tribal village into self-sustaining, self-driving unit. This we can write for this. Pick out some sentence from the lesson and convey a general truth. Okay, here if we are not free, we are not no one respect us. Only strength respect the strength. Now question number 5. Find out from the internet the poem song Youth by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Copy it down in notebook and write the theme in your own words. Okay, song of Youth by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So here the song is given. The song is given and the theme is given. Here B, using information from library or internet, prepare a profile of great Indian scientist. Okay, so here you have to pick up any scientist from newspaper, from library. Here I have already prepared for one of them. Profile Homi Jahangir Baba. Title is given Father of India Nuclear Program. Profession scientist, branch of science nuclear physics. Important position in government held. Scientific advisor to Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru and Lal Bahadur Shastri. His visions for India: he was against India manufacturing atomic bombs. He suggested the production of the atomic reactor should be used to lessen India's misery and poverty. Here one of the scientists information is given. Say whether each of verbs, here the grammar has come. Say whether each of verbs underlined below is finite or non-finite. Here the answers are already given. Say whether the underlined parts of the following sentence are phrases or clauses. Already the answers are given, you can note it down. Thank you everyone. Thank you so much. Here the lesson is end. All the answers are given. Have a nice day.